Tucker Carlson. The betrayal is complete. He has gone all in, completely lost his mind about Trump. He did a show. I can't remember if it was his brother or his son in this show. I didn't watch it. I've only watched this clip, but I just can't watch Tucker anymore. He drives me crazy. He's just been such a turncoat in the most disgusting, dishonorable way. But he's just going to keep going further and further. So here is Tucker today on one of the craziest things he said in the last few weeks. So let's go through it, and I'll intervene with my my commentary when it's appropriate.
You and I and everyone else who supported him, you wrote speeches for him, I campaigned for him. I mean, we're implicated in this for sure.
Yes.
It's not enough to say, well, I changed my mind, or like, oh, this is bad, I'm out. It's like, in very small ways, but in real ways, you and me and millions of people like us are the reason this is happening right now.
Yes.
So,
we're the reason. Oh my God. Tucker, I'm just so emotional about how I'm so sorry what we did to America, folks. It's all our fault. Oh, this is so insanely stupid. All right, let's keep going.
So I do think it's like a moment to wrestle with our own consciences.
Wow, this is deep.
We'll be tormented by it for a long time. I will be. And I want to say I'm sorry for misleading people.
He's
was
fake
not
crying. Did you see that?
But anyway, but the question.
That was a fake little, like, got emotional. Watch him like touch his nose. Like he's getting verklempt. Like he's about to, like the snot's pouring out because he's so emotional.
We'll be tormented by it for a long time. I will be
tormented by it.
And I want to say I'm sorry for misleading people. It was not intentional. That's all I'll say. But
it wasn't
anyway,
intentional. I'm so sorry. I misled you guys. I'm so sorry we didn't vote for the communist Kamala Harris. It would have been so much better. I can't believe we did that. Oh my God. This is insane. This is insane. I don't know if I can get through this whole clip, but I do want to play a little bit more.
But the question does present itself immediately, like, what is this? Was this always the plan? You don't want to be a conspiracy nut, but like, clearly there were signs of low character. We knew that.
Yes.
Okay. I can't do anymore. This is so insane. So Tucker, his heartfelt apology to all of us for helping steer us towards Trump and making this gigantic mistake that he's completely just everything Tucker cares about, values, all the grift, everything he said in his speech. Trump has even according to Tucker's standards, which I'm not so sure about anymore, all of that. Even if you're mad about Trump with Iran, even if you're mad about his memes, whatever, he's still 90% of the guy you said he was going to be. He's still fought back wokeness. He's fought back DUI or DUI. He's fought back DEI. He's made it harder to get abortions, like all these moral things, right? He's done that. He's shifted the culture, made us more patriotic, more proud to be Americans. This is all stuff Tucker talked about that mattered to him. He's made us more capitalist, less communist. Again, stuff he said mattered to him. Stuff he said was the reasons he was voting for Donald Trump, because the other side had lost its soul. And now, because Trump decided to go to Iran and fight a war in a much different way than we fought a war in a long, long time, if ever, with efficiency and focus, getting out, almost no casualties, all of that. And this is like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. We could have had Kamala Harris. I'm sorry, guys. This is so stupid. Like, this is how you know it's a grift. This is how you know it's fraudulent. Because if he believed half of what he said, if he believed a quarter of what he said about why we should vote for Trump, why he was proud to be a part of voting for Trump and MAGA and all this back in the 2020 year of 2024, the direction he was steering everybody in, if he believed even a quarter of it, then he would still be like, but we had to vote for Trump. Like, we have to make this work because Kamala would have ruined everything. Like, that is who Tucker would be if he was an honest person. Because you can be somebody who's completely upset with Trump. You can have disagreements, but nobody goes from calling the other side soulless, calling them communist, completely gone. Nobody goes from that to, oh, I'm so sorry we voted in Donald Trump because he bombed Iran. That makes zero sense at all. Zero sense. So, this is the final straw. I think most people are already done with Tucker anyways, but it's so sad to me because again, from like 2023 through the beginning of 25, Tucker was awesome. His guests were amazing. He did a wonderful job exposing stuff in the Biden administration, calling it out, had great segments during the election. Excuse me. He was awesome. And he sucked me in. I knew about his past. I knew where he was from. I'll admit it. I enjoyed Tucker's stuff so much. I saw him hanging out with Trump. I saw his speech at the RNC convention, which was amazing. I was like, dude, this guy is awesome. I was full in. I was like, love me some Tucker. This is the most abrupt, crazy turn I've ever seen anybody do. Megyn Kelly makes sense. Alex Jones, you could see it. Candace, she's always been a little crazy. But Tucker, this is the one where and I know some of you are like, oh, I always hated him. That's fine. Good for you. I'm happy for you. If you've never had somebody like that turned on you or you didn't catch it, good for you. You're one of the only people in the world who's lived that experience. But anyways, this is just crazy how far he's fallen. It's so bad. Like Scott Jennings here calls him out, and this is wonderful. Listen to Scott.
I'm sorry for misleading people. And Scott Jennings, when he was talking there to his brother, the former GOP Trump speechwriter Buckley Carlson, what do you say to that?
I mean, is his preference that Kamala Harris had become the president of the United States? That will come as a surprise to, I'm sure, a lot of people who used to view Tucker Carlson as a conservative and someone who, had certain kinds of values. And what's he sorry for? That we got into an engagement here that might ultimately lead to taking away nuclear weapons?
We got into an engagement, Scott? That is quite a way to put it.
From Iran? I mean,
we started a war.
I mean, is he now claiming he had no idea that Donald Trump held the position that he would never permit Iran to have nuclear weapons? If that's what he's saying today, he's kind of a moron. I mean, I don't know how else to put it. Or he's willfully misleading people. The president was clear. He'll never let them have nuclear weapons. We just saw on 60 Minutes on Sunday night.
I like when he calls him a moron. Scott Jennings really smart. He plays the little TV game a little too much. They just do the. It's a little too much of the gotcha points nonstop because he's got 4 minutes to talk, but still great stuff. But it's so true. It's like, what was Kamala better? That's the thing that gets me about this whole apology thing. It's like Dave Smith, Alex Jones, Candace Owens, Megyn Kelly, Ian Carroll, you name it. Any of them that have completely turned against Trump, and there's more. Robert Barnes. It's like, why all at once? Well, we know why all at once because they're all grifters, all City of London, all of it. It's so obvious because Iran is the thing that turned it, and Iran is the big threat to City of London. Now it's going bye-bye. Okay, their scam of the Strait of Hormuz, the shipping, the oil control, all gone. All that money, trillions of dollars over the year, now gone. That they can't do that anymore. So why all at once? Well, that's why, because it was all assets deployed time. Guys, we are at the end. This is going to destroy us. This is going to break the back of this camel. If you guys can't stop Trump now, we're screwed. So they all switched at once. That's the only thing that makes sense. And you can't this anti-war crap. I'm sorry. It's barely a war. It's barely a war. It's a skirmish. It's an obliteration. but there's no troops on the ground. We're not stuck there. So it's like, come on. But makes no sense why they'd all turn at once, except unless they're all grifted paid. That's what makes sense. Okay. And you can see it. I mean, and then when you think about it, Tucker, dad CIA, Alex Jones family CIA, Candace Owens connections to MI6. I mean, it just goes on and on and on. It's so obvious. And again, if you're realistic, if you're the real deal, you'd say, I'm mad at Trump. I hate what he's doing, but man, everything else he's done so well, no way Kamala would have been better. But none of them are saying that. And there's a reason for that. They went all in. And this guy sums it up pretty well here.
This is why everything's so unbelievably fake. Acting like he had no idea. Oh, shut the fuck up. Listen to this shit.
I and everyone else who supported him, he wrote speeches for him, I campaigned for him. I mean, we're implicated in this for sure. Yes.
Implicated in what? What are we implicated in? Some mass conspiracy? This is the start of another World War II.
In very small ways, but in real ways, you and me and millions of people like us are the reason this is happening right now. Yes.
What is happening? What, we get into another war that we shouldn't be? So everything that's happened with every single other president?
I do think it's like a moment to wrestle with our own consciences. We'll be tormented by it for a long time. I will be.
Tormented by what? A president doing the exact same things that every single other president's done? I can't do this anymore. These people have legitimately lost their fucking minds.
He's right. This guy is crazy. He always does like Napoleon Dynamite stuff, but makes me laugh. Even Napoleon doesn't get it. He's like, Tucker, why are you so stupid, Tucker? So, and if it wasn't enough that Tucker's losing his mind, well, we go on to Alex Jones, who Alex Jones has gotten the news today that The Onion is now got his beloved Infowars website handed to them by a judge, and they are taking it over. And Alex is so angry about it. Oh, he's so angry about it. It's just so stupid. But honestly, you got the brand still. You got all this other stuff. You could just put it on a different website or something. It's not that big a deal. And yet, Alex is crashing out. Here's Alex Jones today, giving us some of his best examples of alcoholism.
Folks, The Onion has stolen the shirt off of Alex Jones's back at this point, and it's a sad thing to see. Are you an employee of The Onion now, Alex?
No, we laugh about this, but a year and a half ago, they announced that they now owned us.
Yep.
And it was all a fraud. This time, they've had a court hearing, and they're announcing they own us, which shows with this judge that's been super corrupt, the state judge, it's already a done deal. But don't worry, we got a bunch of legal avenues. It'd be one thing if they just...
Don't worry, we got a bunch of legal evidence. How far has that gotten you so far, Alex? I don't think it's going to work out for you. I mean, look, this is not how a sane person acts. I'm sorry. I get it's funny, but this tells me that it's more of a comedy show. It's an entertainment show. This is not a real show, Alex. You don't do this. You don't constantly show up to your show with your shirt off, your big old gut hanging out. This man has gone crazy. He's lost his mind. And he's just going to keep doing this. It's just getting worse and worse. And now he can't let it go. Here's multiple posts. The Onion's been caught red-handed again, fraudulently claiming they have to... Nobody cares, Alex. Why do any of us care about watching a video about the Onion taking your Infowars? I don't know. But listen... He had Barnes on, and, it's the fat guys together. Barnes has gotten way fatter, though, than Alex. Alex has gained weight back from, he's drinking again. But Barnes is just blowing up. He's just a walrus man now. I'm sorry, but it's like, most of us aren't living our best lives once you get a little older, put on a little weight. Get a little soft. It happens. Okay, I'm 42. It's a lot harder to stay in shape than it used to be. I get it. these guys just like they've given up. I just don't know how, it's like it's hard to trust people who don't have any discipline. But they just went all out on Trump today. What happened? I like this developing red alert. What does that even mean? Does a red alert get developed before it goes? I as a marketer, Alex, I really appreciate how Alex sells his show. He really gets people on there. I mean, guys, red alert, red alert. Alex, we've used red alert 18 times out of the last 19 shows. Oh, we need a new one. World War III. Alex, we've used World War III for 27 of the last 29 shows. Oh my God. Developing red alert. Oh yeah. Okay. We haven't used that one, Alex. Okay. We got it. We'll do that one. What does that mean, Alex? I don't know. It's because it's almost red, but it's not red yet. Oh, like yellow? Yeah, but nobody wants the yellow alert. Okay, Alex. Got it. Developing red alert. What happened to Donald Trump? Did all the COVID boosters he took cause frontal lobe early onset dementia? How is this real? How is this even a real show? He has the nuclear codes and will use nuclear weapons. There's a massive red alert. I thought it was developing. I don't know. I don't know what to do with you, Alex. I really don't. But this is insanity. These people, like, look at Alex's face. I can't believe Barnes is actually telling the truth about something, because all he does is lie. These guys, man, it's such a joke.
Cure depression because you don't care anymore. Basically, it's a sociopath shot. How do we know they didn't put that in his drink? Because they have it. It can be delivered that way.
Well, they don't have to do it in the shot. They don't have to do it through his drink. They can do it through all the COVID booster shots.
They can do it all the time. Give them the boosters. Oh, that's what happened to Trump. Oh, my God. I never liked Alex as much as I liked Tucker at one point, but I did like Alex for a while. Like 10 years ago, he had some good stuff. He's always been entertaining, but he went full grifter, man. His roundup now of guests, it's like he used to have real guests on. Now it's Barnes, it's Kyle Seraphin, it's Nick Fuentes, just ridiculous people. Yeah, and this is the other thing. It's like the only time we ever heard Trump taking a COVID shot was the first one. And there's a lot of belief out there that the first one was just mostly saline anyways. A lot of people don't think the first shot was the real shot. It's the boosters that were the real shots. And we never heard of Trump taking a booster that I can remember. Maybe he took one. I don't know. But this is craziness. But this is the one that got me the most. Now, you guys know on my show, I really go after the black pillars. Alex, in realizing it's a problem that we have to be like, they're starting to pick up on the fact that we're all black pilling and that's a bad thing. Alex, what if we told them that it's bad to be white pilled? Oh, you mean to have hope, to actually expect that something good could happen? Yeah, let's tell them it's a bad thing. Great idea. Look at this. White pillars are attacking patriots. So apparently white pillars and patriots are not the same. White pillars are attacking patriots for pointing out Trump's completely out of control. What's wrong with these people? Robert Barnes breaks down how they're simply in the denial stage of grief. Oh, I mean, this is a real segment. This is insanity. Let's listen to a little bit of this one.
Completely out of control.
Correct. Well, one, we got to call it like it is. Recognize that when
we got to call it like it is. My God, this is so pathetic.
Grandpa has lost it. You got to take the keys away. As much as you want to help Grandpa, you can't let him drive the car.
Oh, that was a preview.
Like you said, seal clapping last week. Every time he says we won the war, and then the next day it isn't. I mean, what's wrong with these people?
It's people that are so personally invested in Trump, that have taken so many sacrifices for Trump, that they would rather believe the most insane version of events in favor of.
We're all so deluded. 45% of the nation, which is the latest Trump approval poll from Rasmussen, 45% of the nation is so deluded because we invested in Trump. We're so deluded that we will just excuse his every action. And now only the Democrats and the 1% of us in the middle, grifter types who are trying to say we hate the Democrats, but we also kind of hate Trump. We're the only ones who see the truth.
Trump, then recognize that all of their capital that they've invested personally, professionally, and politically in Trump has turned sour. It's like anybody who's
tied up in it, not saying, hey, we got some good out of him before. Grandpa's gone crazy. They just can't bring themselves to that. In fact, I got a bunch of text messages and.
No, this is about, is this an Onion parody? Yeah, it's day one, Onion. This is Alex trying to keep his viewers is what this is. Okay, so what happened is Alex is starting to bleed viewers. I've been watching his views. He's down about he's down to about 45% of what he was doing 2 months ago on a lot of his videos. I'm not saying that's every video. I know now is when I'll get one person who's like, no, look, this video did 1 million. I'm like, thanks, you picked out the one. I'm saying on average, I'm noticing his videos are about 45% of what they were on X, his live streams. And Alex knows he's bleeding right now. And so he's got to come up with a story of how, oh, I don't actually hate you guys for following Trump. You're just stupid. You're just stupid. And so that's going to try to bring us back. But this is, again, this is the craziest story. How can you ever say somebody white-pilled, which all that means is that you're hopeful about the future and where it's going. Use that as all of a sudden a bad thing. So Alex has just lost it. And finally, he went here. So we have Tucker apologizing for voting for Trump. And now we have the globalists are attempting to use Trump to push through their newer neo-feudalist Great Reset agenda. I just don't know how anybody with half a brain that's actually following this stuff could say it. When you see the fact that all the deep staters hate Trump, they tried to kill him. The Democrats, all the establishment Republicans still hate him and fight him at every turn. The judges are against him at every turn. This never happened. Obama, Biden, Clinton, Bush, you name it. That never happened like this before. And all of a sudden, so by this logic, all those were good guys actually, because nobody pushed back on them. Europe is struggling. Europe hates us. City of London, struggling. I mean, China is the weakest it's been in decades, thanks to Trump. But he's the global feudalist. It's so retarded. It doesn't hold up to 2 seconds of logic. And yet, Alex is willing to go there. Alex is supposed to be the guy who knows all this, who's in the know, who understands how it works behind the scenes. He's the one. And yet, he's gone all the other side. He's gone full retard. This is insane. Is he a Trojan horse? Was this the plan from the beginning? Or is he being manipulated by intelligence agencies to serve the will of BlackRock, the Rothschilds, and Club of Rome? Well, that makes sense because they are the weakest they've been in maybe 100 years right now. Trump has cut off Venezuela and Iran, 2 of their proxies, where they were laundering their money, set up shop for their gold and oil, all gone. Yeah, that makes sense, Alex. My God, this is so stupid. This is so incredibly stupid and easy to break down, but there's people who are riding with this, and but not that many. Like, oh, poor Alex. Oh, this show only got 3,700 views. Oh. And it's already been on for 4 hours. That's not a lot of views, folks. That's not a lot of views for Tucker or for Alex there. Just saying. And now we got Owen Shroyer joining in. He's just so mad that we're all being mean to Alex. So maybe we should let Owen vent for a second.
I don't know if Trump bashing Alex recently had anything to do with it. The timing might make you think that there's a connection there. But no, I mean, Trump's not going to stop it from happening. He's going to brag about it. So Twice, Trump has actually, Donald Trump is rubbing it in Alex's face that they did this to him, which is so sick, honestly. It really, like, this is the total proof that Trump is nothing but a chump, that Trump is nothing but a cheap trick chump. That he would use Alex Jones and Infowars to get into office.
Wait, Trump used Alex Jones and Infowars to get into office? That's news to me. That's news to me. Was that news to anybody else? Because that's a new one. I haven't heard that one.
And now he would use the office to take a big fat shit on Alex Jones and Infowars. That's who Trump really is, sadly. Unfortunately, that's who Trump is. And all the people that said it were right. They were. That's exactly who Donald Trump ended up being.
Owen's having a rough day. His hair isn't quite perming the way he wants it to. You know, he's coming off the low from his latest coke hit. This is crazy. I don't even know what else to say. These guys are crashing out so hard. It's unbelievable. Do you understand what this is right here? See, Owen knows he doesn't exist without Alex, and their whole feud was a lie. It was just to, like, basically spread the psyop a little bit more. But Owen is he can see that Alex's show is starting to fail. Okay, Alex is not getting the same views anymore. And so this is Owen trying to rush to the defense to come up with a reason. Like, they all have to bash Trump. They don't have a way back. Okay, they went too far. They can't cozy up to Trump anymore. He's not going to have it. He's already called them out by name. You're not going back. You're not getting back in the club. So what he's trying to do is it's all assets on deck, right? And now they already went all assets, try to attack Trump, try to get people to turn on him during the Iran war. It didn't work. Trump's approval is the same or higher than it was 3 weeks ago. It didn't work at all. And instead, what's happening is everybody's turning on them. And now it's all assets deployed, try to save our show.
A 2-bit cheap trick chump. Fine, you're going to let them do this to Alex? Okay, maybe there's nothing you can do. But to rub it in his face?
Oh, poor Alex. He lost his website to The Onion. Oh, my God, Trump. How dare you? How dare you mock him for it after all Alex did for you?
To shove his head in the mud while it's happening? You're a piece of trash, Trump. You're an absolute garbage person for that. And, of course,
I can't do it anymore. I can't listen to his little weasel voice anymore. Who watches these people? This is embarrassing. It's like, this isn't even a real show. Maybe people say that about me too. I don't know. If you do, well, screw you, pal. It's just embarrassing. And the crazies just keep coming out. Now there's this John Mappin guy on the map who I didn't know about this guy, but he's getting big. He's some Scientologist crazy guy who's like Candace Owens. Look what he's promoting. By the way, this has 130,000 views. Charlie has visited us on several occasions since his execution. Charlie's working in spiritual realms to ensure the truth comes out. He's visited others too, like Candace Owens. Remember her Charlie dream? Truth will be known at Real Candace Owens. What is happening? What? I said, is this the class of influencers we have left? They like Alex and Tucker are fading out quick. They're crashing and burning. Megan's going by Candace. And now we got this guy. This is who they're raising up next. What is it? What has been happening? I don't understand it. And now they're just trying to push the same crap over again. Here we go again. For the 18th time in the last 9 months. Reports suggest White House has informed DNI Tulsi Gabbard she has until midterms to resign. What? This is anonymously sourced. Mario Nafal, who's one of the biggest news people on X, 3.3 million followers. This guy's got reach. Shares a story anonymously sourced that gives Tulsi until the midterms to resign. Do you really think Trump would be like, hey, Tulsi, we're going to need you to resign. You have 7 months. How does that even make sense? That's so stupid. Roger Stone, by the way, came out today and was like, this is BS. I spent 2 hours with Trump today. He loves Tulsi. Insane, my God. But they're trying it again. At this point, the stupidity, it's just like round and round we go, folks. Round and round we go. And it used to be these people, they built up enough trust where they would say something and they'd at least make you go, huh, I hope that's not true. But now it literally, it's a laughing stock. It's gotten so bad. Alex, Tucker, all in the same night, by the way. Owen Shroyer. I mean, and now this again is circulating again. And they wonder why we choose Trump. Trump makes these people like Trump, unhinged Trump at his worst is way more sane than these people, thinking that we're going to fall for all this again. And it kills them that we notice that. It absolutely kills them. Now, let's talk about a guy who's really trying to get back in. Cernovich. Which, if nothing else, Cernovich has turned on Trump like 18 times, but he's never gone full anti-Trump. He's clever. He's like the weasel you can't get rid of. He's clever. He likes to stay close. So today he does this whole spiel on Tucker and Buckley and the apology, and he actually makes great points. So let's listen to Cernovich. I'm going to go through this a little bit as Cernovich works his way back in. Now, we all know, keep Cernovich at arm's length, but he does make great points here. And so I wanted to read this just because it is a great post. I watched Tucker and Buckley, found it interesting. Here's why I don't understand from Uncle Buck and many more millions like him. He raised the issue of no accountability for Russiagate. Trump complains of this. Federal prosecutors sabotaged it, makes it so statute of limitations expired. When indictments are brought, like Comey, federal judges make up new rules. Trump's furious there hasn't been accountability. Why blame Trump for this? Wow, he's right about that. Surely insiders like Buckley and Tucker understand how insiders manipulate the system. They do. Alex Jones understands it too. That is why it's so obvious they're grifting. And this is wonderful for Cernovich to call this out. What's Trump supposed to do given the constraints of his office? That's the other thing. There are constraints on the presidency. People act as if he's a king. He's not. I've thought about this often. I've talked to many smart lawyers about it. He doesn't have a lot of plays here. Buckley raised the lack of accountability for J6. Trump freed them. He dismissed their pending cases. He got out people at 30 years in prison. Tucker covered Douglas Mackey. Biden tried to send an innocent man to prison for posting a meme, being effective against Democrats. How many more cases would have been filed against Tucker had Trump lost in 2024? I understand Iran war and overall complaint. Trump's far too comfortable mocking Christ and Christianity, which is just BS. And this is where Cernovich shows you who he is. This is where he gets his little dig in. Okay. Bannon does the same thing, by the way, because Bannon is much smarter than Tucker, Alex. And he knows how to still kind of stay in the loop, even though, and try to stay on the good side of MAGA for the most part, even though he constantly is just sending out little things that are subterfuge against Trump. Said Buckley and Tucker talk of WASP values awesome, but those values are why we're in this predicament. Taking it with a stiff upper lip breaks down when the rules of the game change and you have to throw a tantrum to get results. I don't like this new cultural, and this is politics. You win or lose. Given state of affairs, losing means death by the Bolsheviks. That's exactly right. That's why the whole we're sorry we made you vote for him thing is absolutely insane. It's Biden who spied on Catholics and sent grandmothers to prison for protesting abortion. These FACE Act cases were barely covered. I discuss them often. If the choice is having someone who posts memes versus someone who wants to throw Christians into prison, perhaps everyone should ask if maybe our brains have become digitized. That is a good line right there. Kamala was going to change our country forever in the wrong way. She was all in. She's insane. She's an insane communist. True social meme Might be as offensive to some. It was to me. There he is again. But sitting in a prison cell is in the same universe. I'll take the infantile behavior of a wrongful imprisonment. There are other issues raised. Charlie Kirk being chief. My own views are more hardline. The Buckleys or Tuckers. Charlie would be alive far left. Here, and this is absolutely right. Would be alive if far left-wing political violence had been treated like the crisis it was and is. Yeah, 100%. Voting for Trump in 2016, 2020 was the obvious choice. What's the alternative? Democrat supermajority turning the U.S. into L.A., letting cities burn down, illiterates driving 18-wheelers and smashing them on our families, jobs my friends had growing up being taken by the same people. You think the Red-Green Alliance won't line your families up like they did to Tsar Nicholas? I'm almost 50. Men in their 60s are responsible for conditions we live in, or men my age. We sat out too many elections. We don't do enough now to get out the vote. It's all true. This is really good stuff. Charlie understood politics isn't debate. We need to discuss ideas, win narrative battles, but winning argument doesn't mean if people are unwilling or unable to use it. There's a lot to say about Trump. What's everyone going to do to change electoral outcomes? That's so good. This is a very good post. Well done, Cerno. I don't trust you. I don't even like you, but this is an excellent post, and he made my point earlier so poignantly. Like anybody who's on the right-leaning, libertarian, whatever, just has common sense, just isn't a retard. Anybody who says we'd be better off not voting for Trump or not voting for the Republicans in the midterms, anybody who says that, who pretends they actually care about our country, is an idiot. You are either a complete moron or you're so black-pilled you're no longer any value to the political thing. So go check out and watch Netflix and go away. Like, you just can't, like, it's that bad. It literally is. Our system got to the point, our choices got to the point where it's not perfect guy on one side and, weirdo on the other that, might mess things up a little bit. It's life or death now. And with Trump, we chose life. And I, for one, am the happiest I've ever been with my vote. I love it. I love what I'm getting. Others obviously might have some regrets, might not love everything. That's fine. To ever get to the point where you thought your vote was wasted, you should have voted for Kamala or sat it out, you're an idiot. I'm sorry. I know that's mean, but it's true. It's the truth, and you need to hear it. You're a fool or an idiot. And so this whole Tucker thing, this whole Alex Jones thing, this Megyn Kelly thing, Candace, that's the number one sign it's a grift, because every single one of them is too connected. They know too much from behind the scenes to know what they're saying is real. Which means they're all lying. And Cernovich called it out so perfectly, where he says insiders like Buckley and Tucker understand how it's manipulated. And that's it right there. And so just when you hear these asinine things coming out of influencers, maybe you once trusted or maybe you still kind of trust, and then it starts coming out like this, it's a great sign that they're completely, it's been a grift all along. They're lying to you, they're taking your money, and they're trying to psyop something much bigger than what we see in our political day-to-day. They're working for the other side. That's what it comes down to. And Tucker, Alex, Owen Shroyer, all these guys have just proved it without a shadow of a doubt today. Robert Barnes. Oh, man. We won't miss you guys. You're never coming back to MAGA, and we're just going to keep winning. And it's going to be glorious. So, Alex, you're going to be without a shirt a lot more often going forward. That's all I got to say about that.